The dinosaurs are back in Jurassic World Rebirth, directed by Gareth Edwards, who gave us Monsters and the first of the more recent Godzilla films, and Rogue One. Stars Scarlett Johansson as a mercenary who is hired by Rupert Friend, who's a guy who works for a pharmaceutical company, and they have devised a drug that if they can extract certain things from certain kinds of dinosaurs that have been obviously resurrected in the world of this film, they can create something that might be a cure for heart disease. He's willing to pay her a ton of money to put together a team to go to the park that was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park and extract some blood from various dinosaurs that they need to get, and then they will all be paid handsomely, and this pharmaceutical company will create a drug that will save countless lives. Johansson, initially reluctant until the price is floated up in front of her, which is repeatedly the case for everybody who gets asked in this film. She finds Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Henry Loomis. He is a dinosaur aficionado, dinosaur expert, dinosaur studier. She hooks up with old pal, boat captain Mahershala Ali, who's reluctant until that dollar sign comes up, and he puts a team together, and off they go across the ocean to find, in meeting some strife along the way with very large, strange creatures that live under the sea, patrolling this island of strange, heretofore, never before seen mutant dinosaurs. And they connect with a family that has had a boating accident. This was no boating accident. It was a boating accident. And together they all wind up going to the island, and who will survive and what will be left of them. This film I saw as a surprise, actually. A lot of the chains now will do these screen unseen or mystery machine or whatever they call it, where they'll play a movie that isn't out yet about a week or two before it comes out for an audience. And that's how I saw this, and it was a wonderful surprise. I went into this film with no expectation. It was a movie I was going to see anyway. I went into this with no expectations. X number down the line sequels, I never have a lot of excitement for generally, unless it's a Final Destination movie. And I expected more of the same, but maybe some fun dinosaur action. And that's what I got. I don't know if I ever saw the third one. I've seen just about all of the Jurassic Park films. I tend to enjoy them fine while I'm watching them, but then I never think about them again. I never watch them again. So there are those who are much more versed in Jurassic Parkology than I, who will point out all the things that are similar. I can say that as a guy who saw the first one a whole bunch of times and the more recent ones, this does feel like a retread to a degree of a lot of things. It's an expedition that has to go into the park. It's somebody who's big into dinosaurs and is gazing with wide wonder. It is children in jeopardy. It is a lot of things. And it is man tampering with nature and see what happens. So the effects are good. The suspense and excitement is very good in this film. It was a fun monster movie night at the movies. I would say monster movie matinee, but I didn't see it at a matinee. I think this movie would play great at a drive-in. I think if you are fans of dinosaur movies, hey, it's got a lot of them. If you're fans of suspense and thrills where something giant with pointy teeth is nipping at people and people are trying to escape and survive, there's plenty of that here. There's some creative stuff in this film that I did not see coming or did not expect. There's a lot of edge-of-your-seat suspense in this film. The cast is good overall. I did think Jonathan Bailey, who I don't recognize, he was the only person who felt like he was playing a character to me. It really felt like he was a little bit cartoony as this PhD dinosaurologist. I'm sure there's a real word for that I don't know, and I'm upsetting the actual people who have a degree in paleontologist. That's probably the word. He was a little corny, I thought, in the film, but ultimately I was with the film the whole time. It was entertaining watching this film the whole time. I would suggest, if you can, see it as big as possible, see it in the theater. It apparently was, at least in part, shot for IMAX. I didn't see it that way, so I can't speak as to how much of the film actually is in the IMAX ratio. Obviously, if you're dealing with a film about giant creatures, seeing it on the biggest screen possible is the way you want to do this. I would certainly recommend seeing it IMAX or Dolby or Screen X, whatever the biggest format you can achieve and afford in your area. Would be good at the drive-in too. I always say movies that take place outside are great at drive-in, because if the film is outside and there's a breeze blowing in the movie and you're outside, you might feel a breeze. I mean, that's what I know 4DX does that too. So if you go to a Regal and see this movie in 4DX, you'll get water sprayed on you, you get shaken within an inch of your life, and that's probably a really fun way to watch this as well. I had fun with this movie. A lot of people said they didn't like the previous Dominion, I think the previous film, that this was a step up from that. I don't know. I just thought it was fun. I'm always up for more Jurassic Park movies if they can figure out a reason to do them and a way to do them and not just keep doing the same things over and over again. Showed me dinosaurs I hadn't seen before. That was interesting. This one dinosaur that you see toward the end, this bizarre mutant that is sort of hinted at the beginning of the film and comes out, it kind of looks like a cross between a dinosaur and the alien from the Alien movies, and it's fairly disturbing. And I don't know. I had a good time with it. So, in theaters now, Jurassic World Rebirth.